What's up guys, Qehzy here, bringing you guys part 2 of the modeling tutorial. For this one, I'm just going to teach you how to make like tubular things and stuff like that. I should probably pull up some examples real quick. I didn't pre-plan that. Kind of stupid, I guess, but right. So by like tube stuff, I mean like what's right here, this thing right here. And then also these circular thingies. I don't really know what to call them because they don't really have a name, but yeah. So, I'm not gonna have any text in here or anything. I'm just gonna show you how to model them. But yeah, you'll just put this in your text. If you watch part one, you'll get an understanding of how to do that. And yeah, so to make the tube thingy, first of all, you're gonna want to get a cylinder. And I'm just in a blank Lightroom or just blank Cinema 4D thing. You can be in a Lightroom, doesn't really matter, but I like to just do it on blank ones, even though every time I do a tutorial, it seems like I don't have a light and it's just black, so I have to add light, which is really annoying. Because it only happens when I do tutorials, but yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna get your cylinder, just increase the height a bit, and make it kinda thin. Then, I gotta make this 420. Alright. Then you're gonna want to make the height segments anywhere between like 5 or 6. I'm just gonna do 5. And then you want to click this button over here with like the two spheres. One looks like a globe. And that's just gonna make it edible. And then you want to click your live selection tool, and then click the bottom square here. It says polygons, has the cube with the one orange square filled in. And you just want to zoom in and get the middle. You want to select all the middle segments or planes, I guess, and just don't let go and just click on over everything. Then you're going to want to rotate, hold shift, and then just do the same thing again. And once more on the other side. And if you get it somewhere where you don't, like say I do that, to get rid of that, you just want to hit Control and then click where it's at, and I'll get rid of it. Alright, so once you've done that, you're going to want to right click and go to Bevel. You're just going to want to bevel like left, so move your mouse left to make it thinner. And what I like to do is I like to get like a glowing texture, so just like make one, I guess. I usually use droids from his pack, but I don't feel like opening that up because it usually takes a while and like freezes and stuff, but just make a quick one. Alright, so this is a really bad one, but you get the point. Oh crap. And just drag it on where you have it selected. And then you can see it's gonna be, that part's gonna be red. So after you do that, go back to your selector tool. Just click somewhere, and to get rid of that selection, you don't have to really do that, but then you're just going to select all your top and bottom plane segment things. I don't really, polygons, I guess. Make sure you hold shift when you go down here, and I like to only get the outside. You can also get the inside, but it might screw it up depending on what you're doing. And from here you can really just like play around and do whatever you want. I always mix it up actually. I never really do the same thing, but I'm just gonna do a bevel it a little bit. Then I'm gonna right click again and go to inner extrude. Go left, extrude, pop it out a bit. Inner extrude, go in, and then bevel and go in. And then I'm just gonna make matrix extrude and just do something like that. Give it a cool effect. And bump this up to maybe 1. Alright, so you get something like that. This is pretty simple. This is literally what I do each time. And then you can also put this in Greebler to make it more like I don't know, like robotic looking, I guess. Everyone says this style looks robotic. I don't really think of it that way, but I guess it kind of works. Um, but if you do that, you'll lose the red color there, so like that's pointless to do really. But you could just add one later with another cylinder, just drag it in. But there's two things I do after this usually, and that's yeah, let me pull up this Johnny one, and you can see I have like a spring around this one. Let me like zoom in. As you can see, the spring going around, and then I believe I just did this thrust one. I believe this is different. Yeah. Well, it's got both. See, it's got the straight pegs going down and a spiral. To do that, all you really want to do is get another cylinder. This is for the straight pegs. I'll do the spiral one after. I'm just gonna make the radius about 2, and then I gotta move this and increase the height so it extends from top to bottom. So yeah, that's about good. And then you're gonna want to go to array and get that and drag your cylinder into the array. Then make your radius down to fit in your two sides, so it looks like it's kind of like caged in almost. And you can always drop the cylinder down to like 1 as well and get the same effect. I don't have a Lightroom, so this is gonna look really weird, but yeah, you get something like that. And of course my glowing texture is really bad, so I mean if you use a good one, it'll look much better. And then once you put textures on these, they'll look a lot better as well. To do the spirally thing, you're going to want to go to the orange tool next to the cube, and you're going to want to go down to helix, click that, click plane, and oh, is it there? Nope, I always guess wrong. Nope, I was wrong again. And go to XZ, so it's a spiral kind of to shape the get in the shape of your cylinder here. Then you're gonna want to go back to that orange tool and go to circle, and you're just gonna want to make the circle really small. Then go to the extrude NURBS tool, but don't get extrude NURBS, get sweep NURBS. Drag the circle and the helix in. Actually, the helix in the circle. And then you can make the circle a bit thinner, because that'll be the thickness of your helix. And then just click your helix and make that smaller, and make the circle a little thinner. And then you can have a really tightly wound spring like that, or you can increase it. That's not right. Shoot. I actually only screw this up. I never remember which is which. Oh, height. Then you can just play with the height, and then you can just like drag it down to fit in the bottom, and then I think there's a way to make it like bigger, but I don't know. I just duplicate and then drag it up so it fits, and you gotta do that a few times. But then you get something like that, and you can see it interferes there, but it's because I have the string really spaced out. But you can just make it fit. But that's the general idea. Alright guys, I'm back. I accidentally just ended the video, so yeah, that wasn't meant to happen, but yeah, actually I gotta cancel this real quick. Alright, so yeah, this is a little weird. Alright, so to do the second part, which is make to make these thingies, what you're gonna want to do is get an oil tank, which is right here. You go to cube and then oil tank, and make the orientation Z. Sorry, I just burped. Um, you're gonna want to decrease the height, so it's about that thick, about 60, and then you're not going to do anything else with the settings, and then you're going to make that editable. Go to our select tool with the arrow and the orange circle, and then go to this polygons tool again. I'm just going to zoom in here. Then what you're going to want to do is the two outside ones, you're going to want to select those by just clicking, holding, and just going around. Alright, then you're going to want to right click, matrix extrude, just pop those suckers out. And then you can just play with these settings. I like to, like, you can look at my settings right now. I'd suggest pausing the video and doing that, but I like to turn up the rotation a bit, give it a kind of cool effect like that. Maybe decrease this, decrease that bit. Alright, so you get something like that. It kind of looks like a saw in a way. I don't know, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I see it. But once you do that, you're going to want to get your select tool again. Don't hold shift or anything, and you'll have the middle one and then an outside one around that, and you want to get the third layer and the fourth layer and go around those. Select those ones. You can see I screwed up right here, so I just want to click Control, and that will get rid of that. Then you're going to want to right click, matrix extrude, do the same thing. You can make it pop out a little more, but yeah, that's what I like to do. And then after you do that, get your selector tool again and go around these next two free opening spaces on your oil tank. Select those and don't do anything. You can actually inner extrude to make this thinner, and then put on your glowing mat, and then get a sphere, make it a bit smaller so it fits right in the middle there, and then put your glowing mat on that, and we'll get something like that. Of course, my glowing textures suck, and I'm not in a Lightroom or anything, so that obviously looks awful, but it will look better when you have more stuff. And then you can also get like a tube, put it around, and play around with those settings, or a whatchamacallit, if I could freaking find Taurus, and you can get that and put it around and just do the crap. You could like you could do some matrix extrude, forgot that name, that's why I clicked on it, and just go around the outside of it and do that, and then it'll look really cool and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. Almost at 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could help me out by getting there, I'd be awesome. And also, if you guys made it this far in the video, please let me know what I should do for 1K. If you guys want to see like a graphics pack or something like that, I won't give away my X pack, but I'll give you a pretty dang good one. Or maybe an IRL or something along those lines. So let me know, guys. I'm just going to end this video at